Now, the Africa Center for Retirement Research has criticized a 25% increase in monthly pensions, calling it inadequate. The announcement came from the Social Security and National Insurance Trust SSNIT in collaboration with the Pensions Regulatory Authority. The executive director of the center, Abdallah Mashoud, says they expected the pensions to be increased to meet the depreciated purchasing power of pensioners.
The Social Security and National Insurance Trust SSNIT announced a 25% increase in monthly pensions for 2023. However, the Africa Center for Retirement Research has criticized the move, calling it inadequate. The executive director, Abdallah Mashoud, says they expected the pensions to be increased to meet the depreciated purchasing power of pensioners.
That SSNIT, on average, pensioners lost 31% of their purchasing power in 2022. And clearly, the increment of 25% in pensions did not commensurate with the purchasing power lost. Hence, the 25% overall increment was inadequate. So if we are talking about pensioners losing 31.5% of their purchasing power in 2022, then we have an increment of 25%. You realize that we would have expected something much more close to the 31.5%, but we did not get that. Of course, so once 25% is falling short of 31.5%, those are bases to simply conclude that the increment was inadequate.
Mr. Mashoud also called for a review of the current formula of pension indexation. He said pension indexation currently widens the gap between the rich and the poor.
Distribution of pensions is concerned. The SSNIT payroll has an estimated 8% of rich pensioners in the upper bound, controlling 30% of the total payout, whereas we have about 64% of poor pensioners controlling just 36% of the purse. This is an indication that there is something fundamental wrong with the way we distribute pensions in this country. The depth of economic inequities is largely attributed to the weakness in the mode of indexation or the distribution of pension wealth. So we can all see the gap. If you have 30% of the total payout being controlled by just 8% of the rich pensioners in the upper bound, and we have about 64% of poor pensioners down there who are controlling just 36%. It's just telling us the depth of inequities in the distribution of pension wealth. It is instructive to note that the highest pension amount is not a social security assessment indicator. Once you begin to assess yourself based on the highest, trying to indicate that you are paying so much to the highest earning pensioner, you are only bolstening the economic gap that exists between the rich and the poor.
A report by Prince Kwame Kudoga.